The cafe door opens quietly to the early air. No rush of voices, no clatter demanding attention.
Just warmth waiting inside soft yellow light. Coffee scent reaches me before the counter does. Familiar grounding, effortlessly calm.
Table stand ready without impatience. Windows reflect the city, still deciding how fast to move. I settle into a chair that feels intentionally placed, as if meant for slow mornings like this. Steam curls upward from cups without urgency.
Time feels looser inside these walls.
Minutes stretching without resistance. The barista moves with unspoken rhythm.
Every action careful, unhurried, precise.
This cafe understands the value of quiet, of letting the day arrive on its own terms. I hold the cup and feel warmth spread slowly. Not instant comfort, but something deeper outside. Footsteps pass with growing purpose.
Inside calm remains untouched.
I don't need conversation or distraction.
The room itself feels like company. Coffee bitterness settles into balance.
Like learning that stillness has strength.
I sit until the light changes again, carrying this quiet with me.
Before stepping back through the door and letting the day finally begin. The afternoon settles into a softer rhythm, as if the day itself has decided not to rush anymore. Light drifts slowly across familiar corners, resting without intention, touching things without changing them. I let myself move at the same pace, unmeasured and calm. There is something grounding about not needing to arrive anyway. Specific thoughts pass through like a quiet current, steady and unforced, never colliding, never demanding explanation. I don't gather them or sort them out. I let them exist as they are, unfinished and honest. Your presence feels different now, not distant, not close, just quietly aligned with my own pace. It doesn't interrupt the moment, doesn't reshape it, only moves alongside it. Time loosens its structure here, minutes stretch and soften, losing their sharp edges. I notice how comfort can exist without excitement, how peace doesn't need contrast to feel real. The world continues beyond this space, louder and faster, but it feels far away. Here I stay balanced in the middle of things, breathing evenly, allowing the day to pass through me instead of over me. There is clarity in this gentle flow, a sense that nothing is missing. I remain inside it, steady and awake, trusting that this calm carries its own quiet meaning.
Snow begins to fall before the city even notices. Quiet and patient, covering familiar streets with a softer meaning. Every step sounds lighter tonight, as if the ground itself remembers this season. Windows glow with warm light, not bright, not loud, just enough to guide the cold outside. I slow my pace, letting the air fill my lungs, feeling how winter carries both stillness and promise at the same time. Somewhere nearby, bells ring gently, not announcing anything grand, only reminding the night that this is a moment meant to be felt. I think about how Christmas never rushes, how it waits for hearts to open on their own. Faces pass by wrapped in scarves and calm smiles, each carrying stories they don't speak out loud. Snow gathers on railings, rooftops and memories, layering everything with quiet grace. I stay here longer than planned, listening to distant voices humming familiar melodies. Imperfect and warm, time feels generous tonight, stretching softly, allowing space for reflection, for gratitude, for small joys that usually go unnoticed. If the year has been heavy, winter doesn't judge it. It simply arrives with light music and the gentle reminder that warmth can exist. Even in the coldest hours, I hold on to that truth, letting the bells fade slowly into the snow-filled air, trusting that this feeling will last beyond the night. Snow falls slowly tonight, not to change the world but to soften it. Streets that once hurried now move with patience, each step muted beneath white layers of quiet. Lights hang across corners and windows, glowing gently as if they know how much comfort matters in this season. I listen to the hush between sounds, where distant melodies drift like memories, finding their way home. Voices rise somewhere far away, familiar and warm, carrying simple harmonies that don't ask to be perfect. They remind me that Christmas lives in repetition, and songs sung year after year, carrying the same hope forward. I walk beneath the snowfall, letting it rest on my coat, my thoughts, my worries. Time loosens here, stretching into something kinder. I think about how winter teaches us to slow down, to gather warmth instead of chasing noise. Even the cold feels honest tonight, balanced by light and sound. If the year has left its marks, this moment asks nothing of them. It simply offers rest. I stay inside the refrain of falling snow and gentle song, knowing that this quiet joy does not fade quickly. It settles in, steady and true, ready to be remembered long after the last note disappears into the night. The day finds its balance without asking for guidance, and I let it. Light settles naturally, filling the space in a way that feels familiar and kind. I slow my steps to match the atmosphere, noticing how everything feels less urgent when I stop measuring it. Thoughts arrive softly, never competing for attention, never pushing for resolution. I don't correct them, I don't question their purpose. I allow them to pass through, leaving only a steady calm behind. Your memory exists here without weight, no longer pulling me toward the past or pushing me forward. It stays present in a way that feels neutral and warm, like a quiet understanding. Time moves evenly, unbroken, without pressure. I stop looking ahead for confirmation and stop replaying what has already passed. There is relief in remaining exactly where I am, in this unclaimed space between decisions. The quiet here feels strong, grounded and certain without explanation. I recognize how rarely I let moments remain untouched. This one stays intact. I hold on to its balance as the hours continue, trusting that this still alignment is enough, that I don't need to add meaning for it to feel complete.
Night carries a different weight during winter, lighter somehow, wrapped in calm and reflection. Snow rests on rooftops and branches, turning the familiar into something almost sacred. Inside, soft lights glow patiently, filling rooms with the warmth that feels earned. I listen as melodies move slowly through the air, each one carrying echoes of past winters, past gatherings, past hopes. Christmas never arrives all at once. It builds gently through shared silence, through simple songs, through the way people linger a little longer than usual. Outside, the world feels distant and still. Inside, everything feels close. I notice how time seems willing to wait, allowing moments to settle without interruption. The cold stays outside where it belongs, while warmth gathers quietly within. I breathe in the balance of it all, understanding that this season does not promise perfection, only presence. When the lights are taken down and the snow melts away, this feeling will remain somewhere inside, like a familiar chorus ready to return. For now, I stay here, wrapped in the glow of the season, letting winter sing softly until the night feels complete.
Snow begins at will without warning, soft and steady, settling over streets that finally release their rush. Every sound grows rounder, kinder, as if the night itself is listening. Warm light spills from windows, not bright enough to boast, just strong enough to invite stillness inside. I slow my steps and let the cold air rest against my face, feeling how winter carries honesty in its quiet. Somewhere a familiar carol drifts, not performed, only live its melody, shaped by memory rather than perfection. Each note feels worn in the best way, like it has traveled many years to reach this moment again. I think about how this season always returns when we need it most, asking nothing, offering warmth in small, patient ways. Snow gathers on rooftops, on trees, on thoughts that no longer need to be heavy. Time stretches gently, giving space for reflection, for gratitude, for unspoken wishes that don't require answers. The year may have been loud, uneven, uncertain, but tonight carries balance. I stay within this calm, letting the lull of winter settle deep, knowing this quiet will remain long after the lights dim and the song fades. Snow gathers on rooftops, on trees, on thoughts that no longer need to be heavy. Time stretches gently, giving space for reflection, for gratitude, for unspoken wishes that don't require answers. The year may have been loud, uneven, uncertain, but tonight carries balance. I stay within this calm, letting the lull of winter settle deep, knowing this quiet will remain long after the lights dim and the song fades.
The cafe breathes quietly before the morning rush begins. Lights glow warm against the stillness of empty tables. Windows hold the first color of the day without hurry. Coffee aroma settles deep into the room like a memory, not sharp, not loud, just steady and reassuring. I choose a seat near the glass where time feels wider. Chairs rest and touch, waiting without expectation. The counter hums softly with restrained movement. Steam rises slowly, carrying calm through the air. This place understands mornings better than words. Here, nothing demands answers or action, only presence, only patience, only now. Outside, the street starts to wake with intention. Inside, the cafe remains unclaimed by urgency. Each sip feels deliberate, grounding in real bitterness. unfolding into something smooth and warm. I don't scroll, I don't plan, I don't rush ahead. I let the room decide the rhythm of my breath. Light shifts gradually across the floor, turning ordinary silence into something gentle. This cafe doesn't promise productivity or change. It offers space before momentum takes over, a pause that feels earned, not forced. I stay with it longer than expected, knowing mornings like this are rare, and that calm once felt has a way of staying with you.
Into itself like a familiar story, one told softly and without urgency. Snow rests where it falls, turning ordinary paths into something sacred. And still lights glow patiently against the dark, each one holding warmth like a promise kept. Inside this calm, gentle melodies rise, not calling attention, only offering comfort. Carols move slowly through the air, carrying echoes of laughter, of pauses, of hands wrapped around warmth. Christmas does not arrive with noise here. It lives in these in-between moments where silence speaks just as clearly as song. I listen to the quiet between notes, to the way time seems willing to wait. Outside, footsteps fade, leaving the night untouched inside. Calm gathers without effort. I feel the seasons settle, not as an event, but as a presence, steady and forgiving. If worries try to follow me here, they lose their shape in the snow. What remains is light, warmth, and a sense of belonging that does not need explanation. When winter moves on, this feeling will stay, like a silent Noel carried forward, ready to return whenever the world grows too loud.
The afternoon settles into a softer rhythm, as if the day itself has decided not to rush anymore. Light drifts slowly across familiar corners, resting without intention, touching things without changing them. I let myself move at the same pace, unmeasured and calm. There is something grounding about not needing to arrive anyway specific. Thoughts pass through like a quiet current, steady and unforced, never colliding, never demanding explanation. I don't gather them or sort them out, I let them exist as they are, unfinished and honest. Your presence feels different now, not distant, not close, just quietly aligned with my own pace. It doesn't interrupt the moment, doesn't reshape it, only moves alongside it. Time loosens its structure here. Minutes stretch and soften, losing their sharp edges. I notice how comfort can exist without excitement, how peace doesn't need contrast to feel real. The world continues beyond this space, louder and faster, but it feels far away here. I stay balanced in the middle of things, breathing evenly, allowing the day to pass through me instead of over me. There is clarity in this gentle flow, a sense that nothing is missing. I remain inside it, steady and awake, trusting that this calm carries its own quiet meaning.
Snow begins to fall before the city even notices. Quiet and patient, covering familiar streets with a softer meaning. Every step sounds lighter tonight, as if the ground itself remembers this season. Windows glow with warm light, not bright, not loud, just enough to guide the cold outside. I slow my pace, letting the air fill my lungs, feeling how winter carries both stillness and promise at the same time. Somewhere nearby, bells ring gently, not announcing anything grand, only reminding the night that this is a moment meant to be felt. I think about how Christmas never rushes, how it waits for hearts to open on their own. Faces pass by, wrapped in scarves and calm smiles, each carrying stories they don't speak out loud. Snow gathers on railings, rooftops and memories, layering everything with quiet grace. I stay here longer than planned, listening to distant voices, humming familiar melodies, imperfect and warm. Time feels generous tonight, stretching softly, allowing space for reflection, for gratitude, for small joys that usually go unnoticed. If the year has been heavy, winter doesn't judge it. It simply arrives with light, music, and the gentle reminder that warmth can exist even in the coldest hours. I hold on to that truth, letting the bells fade slowly into the snow-filled air, trusting that this feeling will last
fall slowly tonight, not to change the world, but to soften its streets that once hurried now move with patience. Each step muted beneath white layers of quiet lights hanging across corners and windows, glowing gently as if they know how much comfort matters in this season. I listen to the hush between sounds, where distant melodies drift like memories finding their way home. Voices rise and we're far away, familiar and warm, carrying simple harmonies that don't ask to be perfect. They remind me that Christmas lives in repetition, in songs sung year after year, carrying the same hope forward. I walk beneath the snowfall, letting it rest on my coat, my thoughts, my worries. Time loosens here, stretching into something kinder. I think about how winter teaches us to slow down, to gather warmth instead of chasing noise. Even the cold feels honest tonight, balanced by light and sound. If the year has left its marks, this moment asks nothing of them. It simply offers rest. I stay inside the refrain of falling snow and gentle song, knowing that this quiet joy does not fade quickly. It settles in steady and true, ready to be remembered long after the last note disappears into the night. The day finds its balance without asking for guidance, and I let it light settles naturally, filling the space in a way that feels familiar and kind. I slow my steps to match the atmosphere, noticing how everything feels less urgent when I stop measuring it. Thoughts arrive softly, never competing for attention, never pushing for resolution. I don't correct them, I don't question their purpose. I allow them to pass through, leaving only a steady calm behind. Your memory exists here without weight, no longer pulling me toward the past or pushing me forward. It stays present in a way that feels neutral and warm, like a quiet understanding. Time moves evenly, unbroken, without pressure. I stop looking ahead for confirmation and stop replaying what has already passed. There is relief in remaining exactly where I am, in this unclaimed space between decisions. The quiet here feels strong, grounded and certain, without explanation. I recognize how rarely I let moments remain untouched. This one stays intact. I hold on to its balance as the hours continue, trusting that the still alignment is enough, that I don't need to add meaning for it to feel complete. One bone silent margin, the morning opens without asking me to move faster, and I let that be enough for now. Light drifts across the room, almost careful, as if the day knows how easily things can break. I sit inside the calm and allow my thoughts to arrive, slowly one by one, without pushing them into meaning. There is comfort in the ordinary rhythm of breathing, in the steady sense that nothing is required of me at this exact moment. Your presence no longer pulls me forward or back. It exists gently like a color that stays even when I close my eyes. I have stopped chasing clarity. I have stopped demanding correction from every feeling. Instead, I stay with what is here, listening to the quiet stretch of time as it moves past without resistance. The world outside continues at its own speed, loud and unresolved, but it does not reach me.
The evening settles into a calm that only winter knows how to create, where even the busiest streets seem willing to pause. Snow rests on branches like quiet prayers, and every light feels more meaningful against the dark sky. Inside the stillness, familiar carols drift gently, not demanding attention, only offering comfort. Each note feels like a memory returning home. Steady and kind, I watch reflections move across frosted glass. Candlelight trembling softly as if breathing along with the room. There is no urgency here, no need to explain what this season means. It reveals itself slowly through shared silence, through warmth passed hand to hand. Outside, footsteps fade into the distance, leaving the night untouched. Inside, the air carries a sense of togetherness, even when no one speaks. Christmas doesn't need noise to exist. It lives in these quiet moments where light stays low and hearts stay open. I'll let the hours pass without counting them, knowing this calm will not last forever, but grateful that it exists now. When the songs end and winter moves on, this feeling will remain stored gently inside, ready to return whenever the world feels too fast, too loud, too heavy. Tonight, the carol stays unspoken, glowing softly, reminding me that peace is never gone, only waiting. Candlelight trembling softly as if breathing along with the room. There is no urgency here, no need to explain what this season means. It reveals itself slowly through shared silence, through warmth passed hand to hand. Outside, footsteps fade into the distance, leaving the night untouched. Inside, the air carries a sense of togetherness, even when no one speaks. Christmas doesn't need noise to exist. It lives in these quiet moments where light stays low and hearts stay open. I let the hours pass without counting them. Knowing this calm will not last forever, but grateful that it exists now. The day moves forward without instructions, and I let it guide itself. Light settles naturally, never forcing its way into the room. Everything feels balanced, exist, as if the atmosphere itself has decided to slow down. I notice how silence here is not empty, but layered, filled with small, steady details. Thoughts arrive gently, one at a time, without colliding or competing. I don't organize them, I don't correct them, I allow them to exist as they are, unfinished and honest. There's relief in not having to define every emotion, and letting feelings pass without labeling them as important or temporary. Your presence lives quietly within this space, not as something I need to reach for, but as something that remains without effort. It doesn't pull me backward or forward, it simply exists alongside the moment, balanced and calm. Time flows evenly here without sharp edges. Minutes do not rush past, nor do they linger too long. They move at a pace that feels human, unforced, forgiving. I stop looking ahead for confirmation. I stop replaying what has already passed. Instead, I stay inside this middle space where nothing demands a decision. There is strength in this kind of quiet, a steady confidence that doesn't need to announce itself. I let the day continue in its own way, trusting that this calm is not empty. It is full, complete, and enough to hold me exactly where I am. 날보 again without warning, soft and steady, settling over streets that finally release their rush. Every sound grows rounder, kinder, as if the night itself is listening. Warm light spills from windows, not bright enough to boast, just strong enough to invite stillness inside. I slow my steps and let the cold air rest against my face, feeling how winter carries honesty in its quiet. Somewhere a familiar carol drifts, not performed, only lived. Its melody shaped by memory rather than perfection. Each note feels worn in the best way, like it has traveled many years to reach this moment again. I think about how this season always returns when we need it most, asking nothing, offering warmth in small, patient ways. Snow gathers on rooftops, on trees, on thoughts that no longer need to be heavy. Time stretches gently, giving space for reflection, for gratitude, for unspoken wishes that face a different way during winter. Lighter somehow, wrapped in calm and reflection. Snow rests on rooftops and branches, turning the familiar into something almost sacred inside. Soft lights glow patiently, filling rooms with a warmth that feels earned. I listen as melodies move slowly through the air, each one carrying echoes of past winters, past gatherings, past hopes Christmas never arrives. All at once it built gently through shared silence, through simple songs, through the way people linger a little longer than usual. Outside the world feels distant and still inside everything feels close. I notice how time seems willing to wait, allowing moments to settle without interruption. The cold stays outside where it belongs, while warmth gathers quietly within. I breathe in the balance of it all, understanding that this season does not promise perfection, only presence when the lights are taken down and the snow melts away. This feeling will remain somewhere inside, like a familiar chorus ready to return. For now I stay here, wrapped in the glow of the season, letting winter sing softly until the night feels complete.
The cafe door opens quietly to the early air. No rush of voices, no clatter demanding attention. Just warmth waiting inside soft yellow light. Coffee scent reaches me before the counter does.
Familiar grounding, effortlessly calm. Tables stand ready without impatience. Windows reflect a city still deciding how fast to move.
I settle into a chair that feels intentionally placed, as if meant for slow mornings like this. Steam curls upward from cups without urgency.
Time feels looser inside these walls.
Minutes stretching without resistance.
The barista moves with unspoken rhythm.
Every action careful, unhurried, precise. This cafe understands the value of quiet, of letting the day arrive on its own terms. I hold the cup, and feel warmth spread slowly.
Not instant comfort,
But something deeper.
outside footsteps pass with growing purpose. Inside calm remains untouched.
I don't need conversation or distraction.
The room itself feels like company.
Coffee bitterness settles into balance, like learning that stillness has strength.
I sit until the light changes again.
stepping back through the door
and letting the day